If your RV needs some minor repair, Dave will give you tips down at Camp Sinclair.
Okay, let me show you how this is going to work. This is the tow bar. It's going to go on the motorhome, and it was on our older motorhome, and it's called the Ready Brute Elite, which the reason is it's got a brake mechanism. This goes to a cable that goes to the car and pulls the brake. When you hit the brake, it pushes, well, this pushes in on this bar, moves the bar, and pulls the cable, which puts on the brake. Now, the only way you would know that it was working right is to hook, and what the last one had an LED that hooked up to this. It goes up into the cabin. One side of the LED goes to hot, the other ground goes to this piece right here, and this piece, once the brake is applied, it completes the connection to ground and the light lights up on the dash. Now, I did that before. Ran a wire all the way up there and drilled a hole in the dash and all that good stuff. I really don't feel like doing all that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a harness, and the end of that harness is going to be this brake light. And what we're going to do is hook the harness up, the wiring that I'm going to make. We're going to put wire on the hot terminal, go to a 10 amp fuse holder, and then this will, the light will connect someplace up here where I can see it with Velcro or something. I haven't decided how yet, but so that I can take it off. When we stop, I'll just have a plug and I can unplug it. Not sure how it's going to mount, where it's going to mount, but we'll figure that out. First off, we got to make the wiring harness that goes down to here. It goes to the hot, and then the ground wire will go all the way down. It'll come out here and hook up to the tow bar, so that when we hit the brakes and the car pushes the tow bar light, which applies the brakes here, that red light will go on. We'll be able to see it in the camera, and we'll know everything's working. So we'll get started making that wiring and get back to you. All right, we've got everything set up and where we can give it a test. And actually, we have driven it behind the motorhome and it works great. You can see the light in the rear view camera, but I just wanted to show you what we ended up with here. Here is where the cable comes out down here, and it plugs into the tow bar. Now, we can pull it back in there when we up into the engine compartment when we're not towing, so it's out of the way. Up here, the cable comes up, goes over, and we squeeze it between the windshield wipers, and we drove it around for a while like that, and it worked out really great. It never moved, and we could see it in the rear view camera. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to show you. We'll set up a test battery and check it out. Well, as you can see, it lights up real bright. We can see it in the monitor for the rear camera when we're driving down the road. Everything's worked out pretty good, so we're going to call this project done from in the shop. Thanks for watching Down the Road We Go. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and don't forget to subscribe and make sure you click the little bell so you get notified every time a new episode comes out. Thanks again for watching Down the Road We Go.
And if your RV needs some minor repair, Dave will give you tips down at Camp Sinclair.